Hello folks, it's about, the 23rd of December, and I'm showing you a video from Thanksgiving. That's right, it's Ryan here from RMSpeltz Farms and Reef DVMs, and I'm a little behind on getting this out, folks. My apologies. But I want to get it out so that come spring, you kind of know one of our projects that's going on the farm. So, Eulls, or Eulls, is a manufacturing, I think, kind of a family-owned company down in the southern Twin Cities of Minnesota. And they supply Redi Rock, or Redi Wall, however they term that. And they're great big, like concrete cast boulder pieces that go together like jigsaw puzzles to make retaining walls. And I've used them on the farm before, and we got a shipment of them in right before Thanksgiving. The snow hadn't hit yet. It was just about to hit. Literally, this video is shot like 48 hours before we got dumped on, and we went into Thanksgiving with literally a white Advent season coming in. So, fired up the skid. They dropped them off the truck on pallets. They literally weigh like 3,000 pounds. The skid can do it, and we got these things moved down to the garden area. What we've been dealing with for years is the bottom half of the garden, where we do a lot of the vine type products, is water drainage issues. And we've been meaning to level that up somehow for quite some time and keep it so that we can still till it. And we weren't really sure how much retaining strength we would need. We originally had approached this idea, using Home Depot or Menards or Eulls, and looking at their size of blocks and a lot of manual labor to get it done. And then, to be quite honest, money ran short on the farm. A lot of our projects are done with the help of our auxiliary money, like even this channel and your guys' support, liking and subscribing. But regardless, we finally got the funds up, realized those blocks weren't big enough, and had to go with a better retaining wall system so that when we come in here and till with the bigger tractors, like the 4066R John Deere, we don't blow the retaining wall out. We don't need to go high. We only need about 18 inches of wall. So here we are laying the first blocks of it. These things are like 4 feet wide. They're almost 2 feet tall, and they're meant to stack on each other. And we don't even have to do much stacking the way we're going to do this. They're big enough and blocky enough and heavy enough where we're going to just be able to set them, lock them in place, get them leveled up, and then we're going to put a drain tile in front of them, gravel that, and then we're going to dirt the whole thing and try to get this garden up to a better level point. Takes a little bit of work here with the skid steer. We're moving blocks and trying to push it around. These things are kind of made for those little grapple tools on like excavators, or like a specialized finger and chain that go into a couple chain hooks on these. I just don't have it, folks. I don't have it to use it. So we're doing it kind of the old-fashioned way. We're moving them with the forks. It's getting late here at night. The snowstorm's not for 2 days, so we're going to tackle it here in the next morning. But we really tried to get kind of that first wall in place. It's literally going to take like 16 loads of earth to bring this up to what we want once we get this filled. It's going to take probably 150 feet of drain tile to get all this drained properly. And it's probably going to take at least 16 yards of rock. I'm probably not going to use pea gravel. I know a lot of people put that on drain tile, but I'm in clay and it disappears into the clay. So I'm going to use probably a bigger rock, and I'll make sure the drain tile's in a sock. So I'll sock the drain tile, and then I'll use a bigger rock and I'll dump it over the top of it. And then again, my game plan is to keep it so that this whole entire structure basically can still be tilled and can still be managed for garden. As you can see, we took down the fence around this to make it easier. We're working into the twilight of the night. Of course, by Thanksgiving, it's getting darker sooner. Heck, now it's dark by almost 5 o'clock. But it's almost Christmas now, and I'm a month behind in getting this out. So again, you have my apologies. Each one of the blocks, I believe, weighs about 1,500 pounds. They really go in like mules. They seem to lock together well. We have used these around our barn about, I think, 4 or 5 high, and we've been able to drive pickups and stuff around the barn, and these things haven't moved, budged, or blown out. So that's why we're using them in this situation. We found that putting a piece of wood in front of these and kind of pushing them with the fork was kind of our best option. And then to get them level, we had the dirt, what we thought was pretty level. It wasn't quite enough, so we had to use some thinner bricks. we went and got some thin, like 1-inch, like paver bricks, and we started putting them underneath these. As you can see right now, I've got wood underneath them until I could get the right bricks, because that first night we kind of realized the problem. We're like, oh, we just don't have this level enough. And then we're going to, stick the dirt back underneath them and pack them and all that jazz. So the next day we worked a lot on the earth before we laid any more blocks, but we did the best we could at getting this in place. The good part about a retaining wall like this, when it's only one level high, is it's completely manageable to be fixed too. And then we don't have to worry about, blocks on top of blocks and stuff. These blocks are all kind of like what we call top blocks. So they all have the flat surface on top. If you bought these for the middle levels, they would have bumps on top so that they can retain themselves. So there it is, night 1. It's in place, about a third of it. Day 2, we brought out the strings. We worked in the morning on leveling the earth, compact it back down. We went to Menards, bought ourselves some paver bricks, got more family members to keep things in line so we could get them in better placing. And we really, really kind of kicked it up a notch as to just getting these in place. And as you can see, it started going really, 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 really well. I mean, we were able to start laying blocks at a much faster rate, get them in line. Highly recommend a string line with a level. Really do your dirt work, compacting it and making it as level as you can. It makes this job a heck of a lot easier. But basically, we've got, I think about, don't quote me on this, I think there's maybe about $4,000 here worth of rock. Pretty much all the income that I can make auxiliary-wise from gracious people like you following and watching our homesteading channel and our reef DVMs and all the things we do here and supporting us. Without you guys liking and watching and following on and turning on and following our videos, we couldn't make a project like this happen. And I'm extremely grateful to it, especially a day or two here before Christmas. I think of the blessings we have on a homestead. I think of the blessings of the family friends, the Workersdorfers. I think of all my children in this Speltz family. I think of my extended family and my neighbors. I'm just really blessed. I really am. So call that what it's worth. It's just a wonderful thing. So here, as you can see, we're just finishing up the long end. We're doing it like an L so that we can drive the tractors out the other side, which kind of goes uphill a little bit anyways, which allows this to be perfect. So we're kind of doing like an L in the lowest corner of this to kind of bring it up and gain water control. It just really went in nice. Obviously, 2 days later, it dumps 6 to 8 inches of snow on us, and we go into frost mode, and within a week and a half, it's 10 below out here in Minnesota, and we're done working on this wall for the time being. But come spring, you're going to see this again. Once things thaw out and the road restrictions lift and the ice all melts and the snow's all gone, we'll drain tile the inside of this, we'll rock it, we'll get everything sleeved up so the drain tile's in a sleeve. We'll drain that over to one of our creeks, and we'll fill this thing up with dirt, and we're going to try to make this garden so much better. We'll get rid of this slope. As you can see, folks, it just went in really nice. For a bunch of rookies doing it, I'm really, really pleased on how well it did. Gets to sit and settle all winter. We'll make any adjustments we need to do on the spring. We're getting rid of the pallets here and moving things out. It turned out fantastic. I just really pleased that it got in place before the winter. Again, another blessing for me. It's one of these days where, as we get closer to the season of Christmas and awaiting the Lord, it's nice to think about all the things that you were given throughout the year and recall them. This turned out to just be a blessing. I'm appreciative of it. Keep watching, like, and subscribe, and we'll finish this wall in the spring of 2026.